BMW has redesigned the 2 Series for 2022, and we have the M240i. It's an absolute blast, and I can't wait to show you. We're going to take a detailed look at all the exterior features, hop inside, look at the interior, and get this fun car out on the road for a test drive. Let's go ahead and get started. Real quick before we get started, thank you so much for watching. My name is Nolan. I do full reviews like this every single week, but if you want to skip around, I've put chapters in the description below so you can go from whatever part of the video you want to another part without wasting your time. If you want to see more power and a more expensive BMW, recently I had the honor of checking out the M4 competition convertible, so be sure to check that out in the description below as well after this video. Let's jump into it. Welcome everyone to the next gen 2 Series coupe, in particular this M240i, and we're going to go over all these exterior details. One thing to keep in mind, as you see we have the coupe, but we do not have a convertible available anymore. One of the big changes on the exterior is the wider track. So we've got a wider front and rear track to give it a more aggressive look, as you can see from this front end. One thing you'll see is this front end has a much more aerodynamic type of look to it, and the grille has active air flaps for sportier driving to let more air come in, so that's pretty sweet. Also, we get LED headlights standard no matter what, even the daytime running light, but we've got the special optional premium package adaptive full LED headlights, including that LED blinker. So these move side to side, and we also get cornering lights when you turn your blinker. Now this is a brand new paint color called Thunder Night Metallic. It's a purpley color. It's like a deep purpley color. I think it looks pretty sweet. It's got a little purpley metallic to it. Then we've got these 19-inch M wheels with run flat tires, and you can see that blue M caliper in there as well. Another thing you'll notice is the M-specific mirror cap with the automatic dimming mirror and the shadow line package with the kit below. Dimensionally, it's 179.5 inches long with the adaptive M suspension, so you get a compact size with a very capable adaptive suspension. Also in the back, you're going to get these 3-dimensional LED taillights, so they kind of have this unique 3-dimensional look to them. Even this LED blinker in here as well. Those look pretty sweet. You're going to get the xDrive badging, M240i badging, a little diffuser back here in kind of a glossy black, and these exhaust outlets. Now as we get to the cargo area, just really quick, one thing I'm surprised about is even though this is a smaller class car, you don't have a power trunk. You have to actually lift it up. It doesn't even really pop up when you open it. Some like mainstream brands do, but really small complaint. There's only 10 cubic feet back here, but I mean, this is enough for most people that are going for this car, the type of lifestyle they'll probably have. I can fit my backpack in here and some suitcases. Plenty fine. I slung quite a few groceries back here without a problem. There's little cargo nets on the side as well, even some additional tie downs. And for longer stuff, you can fold the seats down with even a split middle folding section right there. And in case you're wondering, there is no spare tire, and your battery is actually back here. One little perk of convenience is the 12-volt power outlet right there, as well as the little hook right here, which is for a cargo net or great for grocery bags. And just so you don't have to touch the outside of the dirty trunk, there's little handles on the inside. You can grab it and pull it down. So let's take a quick look at the key fob. This is typical BMW key fob. It's slim, it's pretty plasticky, but you still have the M branding on here. This is standard on the M240i, but this also has a digital key where you can use your phone, a card, you can share it. But as you see, the mirror just folded because I got kind of close. Watch this. As you approach the BMW, you can turn this off or on. It will automatically unlock. So you don't really even have to trust the sensor, it's just unlocked. But you can also have it, and this is not new, I'm just showing you, to where when you shut the door, you get out, let's say you got stuff or you don't want to lock it yourself, you just walk away, and then it's going to automatically lock, and mirror's going to fold. Now let's take a look at these front seats. So first of all, these are not leather, they're actually BMW's Sensitech, but look at this, it's a synthetic leather, and we've got this nice blue stitching kind of running all over the seat. It's got a nice aggressive look to it, even up on the headrest. You've got good bolstering. You've got good bolstering on the sides, good bolstering on the bottoms. You even have a manual adjustable thigh extension piece, and you've got adjustments for your core, for your side bolster adjustment, 4-way lumbar, and then all the regular height, tilt adjustments, and reclining. So the adjustments are great. These seats are also comfortable and quite supportive. They're also going to come with memory settings to position for the driver. The steering wheel is not power adjustable, but it's still easy to adjust and has a good range. Another nice touch is the sill plate right here. It's pretty big and you've got the M branding. This particular one's gonna have the premium package, so it's gonna give us 3-tier heated seats, no ventilated seats though. And for a little coupe, this car is pretty comfortable. I mean, there's still a good amount of height in here. I'll get in the back seat and tell you about that in a second, but I've been comfortable in these seats. They're sporty and supportive, but also comfortable for longer trips. Now moving into the second row, in order to get in, you can reach over and pull this lever and the seat will start to fold and slide forward automatically for you. And I'm 5'9", that's where I like to sit. I cannot definitely sit comfortable behind myself, but children can definitely fit back there decently. And you actually get your own climate controls and AC vent. So you can control your temperature back here, and you've got 2 USB-C charging ports. If you're gonna put a car seat back here, it definitely won't fit very well, but it does have anchors to be able to do so. Right in the middle is a little storage area. Otherwise, you can fold this down, and then you've got some pop-out cup holders and a little armrest. So this back seat has some conveniences. However, I can't sit up tall. I'm 5'9", so children will probably be okay back here and actually have a little bit of fun here in this M240i. So there are some optional features in here which I'll talk about, and we've already talked about a little bit. But first of all, starting over on the door on this upper panel, you're gonna get kind of a harder material, so not the most comfortable to rest your arm on, but you do have a soft armrest. I like this stitching running across all the way up into the door handle in this whole console area. And your memory settings, there's some ambient lighting here, which I'll show you in a little bit. Down here, this storage area is actually really deep to be able to shove some stuff back there. And then there's an integrated bottle holder up front. My tall, large bottle does fit, and smaller bottles will as well. Let's go ahead and start it up. So we've got push button start here on all of these. Nice little rumble. We've got this M Sport steering wheel here as well. This is leather wrapped. You've got these pretty large paddle shifters on here. Heated steering wheel on here as well. This is part of the premium package. You can have it pre-programmed to turn that on and to turn heated seats on as well if you want to. So it can automatically do that for you. But I really like this steering wheel. It's really thick and bulky. I love that aspect of it. It's comfortable to hold on to, and the entire wheel is heated, and you've got simple enough controls on both left and right. So right in front of us on our model, we get this 12.3-inch cluster. So it is a little bit customizable, but not as much as some full digital displays. You can see the information on the right there that can be scrolled through. You can change a fair amount of different things on there. And when you adjust your drive mode, it's also going to change the way that this looks as well. So like comfort, sport, eco pro as well, even adaptive. So you can change it a little bit with your drive modes. Another feature that comes on here is rain sensing windshield wipers, always nice to see. And up above we get a head-up display as well as part of our premium package. That's a pretty good size and shows a good amount of information. And then moving over across, we've got this integrated dash. So you're gonna find different sizes depending on which 2 series you're gonna get. But this one, we've got the 10.25-inch screen. That does give us quite a bit. So this is a touch screen, but it is also controlled with your iDrive command knob. This is BMW's iDrive system on here. Oops, and I just activated voice controls. But you do also have a personal assistant with voice controls where you can do a fair amount of features on there and even customize how it recognizes your voice. But Apple CarPlay, Android Auto is wireless, which is great because we have a wireless charging mat right down there. You don't have to be plugged in. Hook it up through Bluetooth or wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. This is a customizable home menu, and I like the things that you can do on here, the customization. There's a good amount of stuff on this BMW iDrive as far as changing settings and kind of customizing things the way that you want. There is also some ambient lighting in here, which I'll show you in a little bit. And standard on here is a 10-speaker audio system, but as you can see with the branded speakers right there, we have the Harman Kardon audio system, which is 14 speakers and 464 watts. It sounds good, especially for this class of a car or this size of a car. One other nice feature, when we shift into reverse, we have this surround view camera as part of our driver assist package. So you can see on the right side there, front and rear parking sensors are standard on this model. Both front and rear, which is great, but you've got a dynamic line, you've got the parking sensors and the top-down view. You're good to go for parking. Moving down from there, you actually have tri-zone climate control. So first of all, you've got heated seat controls, no ventilated seats in here, but you've got dual zone up here and then even a third zone because the back seat has their own zone. But I love how you have physical buttons, simple, easy to use controls right here where you can even see climate controls up on the screen as well. And below that, there's even some more media controls or audio controls with the physical volume knob, seeking buttons, mode, band, and your own preset buttons too. This can cover up your wireless charger down here. You can move it out of the way. I'm glad it's not a cheap, shiny black plastic. 12-volt power outlet and a USB charging port right there. Wireless charging mat. And different size bottles fit pretty well in there. You can fit a couple of big takeout drinks next to each other. Okay, it just covers up some of your controls. So, not the best right there with placement, but it still works because you've got a lot of controls right here. You've got your command knob right there with your shortcuts, works pretty easily. It's a good spot. And then you got several buttons here, like you can activate your parking brake, or not your parking brake, your parking camera, your parking sensors, auto stop start, push button start, your drive modes back here, and even a brake hold, which is nice to see next to your parking brake. So as far as using this command knob, I'm pretty comfortable with where it is, and it's not in, you know, a reach position, but it's not jammed up next to you. It's a pretty good spot. The armrest is nice and long with some more blue stitching here. Kick that up out of the way. We've got a USB-C charging port in there, a light, and then a decent sized storage area overall. BMW also gives us a soft opening, softly lined locking glove box. Overhead, you get an auto-dimming rearview mirror with 3 garage controls up there as well. And take a look at the way these lights look. So there's different ambient lights in here, and you've got these little lights shooting down. And then check out these lights. These are pretty wild looking. Overhead, we also have this moonroof, can slide back and it can open up. And at night, this gives us multiple color ambient lighting. There's even some lighting in the doors, and you can change that up on the main display, and it looks pretty nice at night. Now, under the hood is where things get really fun with this M240i, as you'd expect with BMW under the hood. So for 2022, this model, we get the 3-liter TwinPower turbo inline 6-cylinder with 382 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. That torque comes out at just 1,800 RPMs, and it's paired only with an 8-speed automatic transmission. No manual in this M240i as of right now. Maybe later, maybe the M2. And this actually comes standard with BMW's xDrive, their all-wheel drive system. This is a rear-biased all-wheel drive system though, and 0 to 60 from BMW says 4.1 seconds, but if you look everywhere else, it's probably faster than that. For this much power and this much fun, miles per gallon really is not that bad. 26 miles per gallon combined, up to 32 miles per gallon on the highway. So not bad for this much fun and this much power, and you get the M Sport differential in the back for the best amount of traction possible. Let's take a listen to that exhaust and get this out on the road because it is really fun. Y'all, let's get going on the test drive in this M240i. So this car has been an absolute blast to drive. It's such a little pocket rocket. It's compact, it's all-wheel drive, it's fast, it's responsive, and we're just in comfort mode right now. And you still get some nice sound in here, a responsive throttle. It's just a blast. I mean, this beefy steering wheel just feels so good too. I absolutely love that. Now a little get go. The hard, solid thunks on that are just amazing. There's too many cars around. I've been in different areas trying to get a good launch, and there's just too many dang cars, but it just sounds fantastic. So that was in Sport Plus, moved over into the S mode, the S and M. You can manually shift here. So let me go ahead and do that actually. 3rd gear. Just listen to those thunks. It's absolutely amazing. Downshifts. The shifts are very quick. Yeah, the shifts are so quick on here. And that exhaust sounds good too. You can hear the little popples back there, the snap, crackle, pop going on. It's really nice. This is all in Sport Plus. You have a Sport Plus, your own individual mode. You can even turn on the, or push the adaptive button for the best suspension. as soon as you put the pedal down, you just get some instant torque. I mean, this torque comes out so fast, and it's just a blast. The steering is good too. This is a variable steering as well, so I like the way it feels. You can have it be a little more comfortable in a comfort mode, sport plus. You really get some heftiness in this steering, so that's something that I also really enjoy. There's just so much that I enjoy about this car. Now we're just in comfort mode right now, and when you're in comfort mode, it is actually fairly comfortable. I mean, you have an adaptive suspension, you've got the comfort in the steering here. You can tell it's a little more lax, and I do road noise tests on all my cars on the same surfaces and the same speeds, and this is actually quieter than I expected. We don't have thick laminated glass or anything like that, but this is quieter than I thought it would be, especially for a 2 Series coupe performance vehicle. It is still fun. Now, just a little drop down, even in comfort mode, just a little pedal. Little wait for that shift, and it kicks down on this 8-speed. It's just a blast. The brakes in here are also really good. I've gotten on it a few times, and it just stops you on a dime. This is the kind of car that can be an excellent daily driver for the right market with this compact class, or an absolute blast to drive weekend kind of car if you really want to get nasty with it. I'm gonna put it in sport mode again. Let's do standard sport mode. Partial pedal. It's just so quick to respond. Now, I don't have a ton of experience driving the competitors of this car. I go from an SUV to a minivan to this, and it's hard to bounce around from car to car, but this is so fun to drive. There's no mistaking that. I hope you got an idea of what it's like to drive this M240i. So right now in sport mode, I can absolutely tell the difference in the suspension. It is definitely much stiffer. So I love the fact that it actually does make some serious adjustments from comfort mode to sport mode. It's more pronounced in here than it is with a lot of cars, and I really like that. Ergonomics wise in here, I like the BMW iDrive. You can touch the screen, you can use this controller, you've got a voice assistant in here when you want to talk to it. So there's a lot that you can do with it. The big digital display is pretty nice to look at. Head-up display here as well, now for 2022, and I'm comfortable in here. For a small car, I'm very, very comfortable. Let's go ahead and wrap things up. So to wrap things up on this BMW M240i, I like what they've done. I like the looks. You still have nice features inside. It's really fun to drive. The all-wheel drive comes standard on here, so you've got excellent traction with this powertrain. For a driver's car, this is an excellent choice. Although it may not be the most practical, for a coupe, you can't really argue with this. Let me know what you think down below. What do you think of this color, this purple color, the changes for 2022 with this M240i? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Also, be sure to check out that M4 competition video down below, because that thing was extra fun. Subscribe if you liked it. Have a great day.